Hey guys, Captain Mike Whiskey and Whitaker coming at you tonight with the whiskey. Specifically, we have Maker's Mark from 2023 Wood Finishing Series Barrel Entry Proof. As a recovering Mormon and newer whiskey drinker, let's say 4 years I've been drinking whiskey, I continually find new series that I jump into the middle or towards the end of. And this is definitely the end of the series. This product is the 5th year that Maker's Mark has been doing their wood finishing series. This is the 7th and final expression of, they say, this chapter. The Barrel Entry Proof. I've been learning quite a bit about Maker's Mark lately, and I know that most of you who watch WhiskeyTube, you are well aware of all this stuff. Though I do work with guys sometimes who drink and have been drinking for many years who have almost no clue what's going on as far as what they're drinking and what is going on in the whiskey world. So let's just do a quick rundown of what Maker's Mark has been doing in the recent past. So here we have Maker's Mark, just the regular Maker's Mark bourbon. Everyone's had it probably. I've had numerous bottles of it. It's good, solid. It's a nice wheated bourbon. Nice and cheap. Now if you take that bourbon and you make it cask strength, you have this bottle. And I bought this last year. I've only had a few pours out of it. This is Maker's Mark Bourbon Cask Strength. 110.7 proof in this bottle. Good stuff. So if you take Maker's Mark Cask Strength and you finish it for 9 weeks with 10 French oak staves in it, what you get is this whiskey. Maker's Mark 46 French oak staved cask strength. I just picked this up a couple weeks ago. Haven't opened it, haven't had any pour. This is batch 23-01, 110.3 proof. I'm looking forward to getting into this bottle. If on the other hand, you take Maker's Mark cask strength and you give your customer, the restaurant or store, an option to choose between 5 different staves, any combination that they want to their preference, you end up with the Maker's Mark Private Selection. This is Maker's Mark Cask Strength, finished to the customer's preference. I have 3 of these different expressions. This one is Single Barrel Cigar Company, 112.5 proof. I picked this up last year, and it's pretty good whiskey. All of the selections of this that I've had, all the expressions of the Private Selection I've had have been pretty good. So I don't know, you probably can't see on there, maybe I'll put a picture. You can choose between 5 different staves, and that is how it changes the flavor profile of the whiskey. Now if you take Maker's Mark Cask Strength and you add into it, or you finish it for 9 weeks with toasted American oak staves, you end up with the 2023 Wood Finishing Series Barrel Entry Proof. So this bottle is a continuation of the experimenting that Maker's Mark has been doing, that they started in 2010 with the Maker's Mark 46 series. And then they continued with the Private Selection series. I actually think this whiskey is one of the 1001 possible combinations that a customer could pick of the Private Selection from Maker's Mark. The first stave that's possible is the Bake American Pure. So that's just an American oak stave that has been toasted or roasted or infrared heated, and then they use that to finish the whiskey in. Now, if you were a customer, you just picked 10 of those staves, I'm pretty sure you would come up with something that's almost, if not exactly, like this whiskey. I'm assuming these virgin toasted American oak staves are pretty similar to that option on the Private Selection. They're also trying with this bottle to highlight the fact that their barrel entry proof is 110. So in 1962, the distillers were allowed to raise their barrel entry proof to 125. And most of the distillers did that except Maker's Mark. And Maker's Mark left their barrel entry proof at 110 to and to quote, to amplify the balanced wood sugars, softer tannins, and lasting finish. So, all right, that's nice. So I haven't had any of the previous expressions of the wood finishing series. I didn't know that they existed. Like I said, I keep finding these new bottles to chase. An example would be the Elijah Craig Barrel Proof. I don't know if that's a series or just a continuing product that they release 3 times a year. So I've been, I guess, kind of chasing those for a couple of years now, and that's good stuff. So I had some of the Maker's Mark Cask Strength earlier today because I wanted to contrast it with what I got from here. And I would say this is a actually softer nose than what I got from the Cask Strength. It's just caramel sweetness, maybe hints of vanilla and oak, and just a bit of spice in there. It's a little more complicated, I would say, than just the Cask Strength. There's a little more complexity to it, and it's very nice. I like it. Okay, so some quick stats on Maker's Mark. So all the Maker's Mark, it starts out as basic Maker's Mark bourbon. And so all the mash bills, as far as I'm aware of, are the same. We have 70% corn, 16% wheat, so this is a wheated bourbon, and 14% malted barley. My bottle, and it varies because this is Cask Strength, my bottle is 110.7 proof, non-age stated, and I paid $79.99 for this bottle. Okay, so let's do it. Again, that's a nice nose, just sweet. Cheers. So those are the same notes as what I got on the nose. We have some caramel, we have some spice, we have that oak. It's the same, just louder than what I had on the nose. It's not a crazy exotic taste or something out there, kind of like a whiskey finished in a rum or a port wine barrel with those loud notes of the fruity port wines and the sweetness of that rum and molasses. It's just those classic Maker's Mark notes, just amplified. They always say that first sip doesn't count, and that was my first sip, so let's see what the next sip is like. There's definitely more spice on there than regular, just plain Maker's Mark, the Maker's Mark Cask Strength. It has some more of that on the back end, right on my mid-tongue. Right there is where it's kind of finishing, and I'm getting that spice. It's just lingering. I'll call that a decent finish, simple and good, and it leaves you wanting another sip. So might as well. All right, guys. I think this Maker's Mark 2023 wood finishing series, the barrel entry proof, is a nice and decent whiskey. It's in line in value with the other Maker's Mark products. The Cask Strength 46, just the regular Cask Strength Maker's Mark, and the private selection. All these are around $69 to $79. If you see them at $69, I would buy them all day, every day. I don't feel bad for paying $79 for, I think, every one of these bottles. And I'm excited to find new whiskey and new series to chase and bottles to hunt on the shelves. Mrs. Captain's probably dismayed that I'm out there looking for new stuff, but that's what the fun is about. All right, my guys, I hope you are reading something good and drinking something great. Cheers.